Hey everybody, how we doing today? Windy day, so we're gonna do a little bit of kayak maintenance. One of the things I wanted to work on was replacing my battery box. At the moment, the only thing it's good for is basically holding in salt water. And that's never good for your battery box. I just killed my last lithium battery, so I want to swap this out before I put in a new one. So we're just gonna go and replace this. So a couple things we're doing today is, one, we're still practicing with the new GoPro Hero 8. So I'm going to be filming with that instead of my DSLR camera. And the other thing that we're going to do is try to avoid getting killed by the coconuts falling. They've been dropping all day. I've been hearing clunking, but it's really windy. And those guys are ready to fall. As you can see, they've been dropping out of the sky like crazy. It's been blowing since last night and I have been hearing these things thudding on the ground, so just got to keep an eye out for them. Okay, I think I've got everything ready to go. Just need to tear this apart. Got our new box. Got a Duraseal butt slices, so to connect the wires once I've got them run through, basically to replace these. These are the kind with the heat shrink, and then they have some little compound that melts over the ends on the inside. So it works really good, especially for corrosion resistance. Regular butt splice ends. That'll work on both my standard battery, brick battery, and then my lithium ion, I've got the male ends on it, so the females will work just on those ends there. Wire strippers, wire cutters, crimpers. I've got this liquid electrical tape, and that's what I'll use to basically seal the opening around the wires that run through the box. I'll drill a hole that's just barely the size to fit the wires, so it'll be pretty much waterproof by itself, and then this will just finish sealing it up. So I've got the drill bits, and a lighter for the shrink wrap, and our new box. So we're ready to go. So I've got this inline fuse. It's a waterproof. I mean, this is submerged underwater and it keeps that fuse since I've got it. So this works excellent. So I'm going to definitely keep that. I'm going to just run these pieces. I'm just going to trim this off, trim this off. I put the black shrink wrap, so I know this is the negative. And then I'll just cut these butt pieces off, and then I'll just run it off, put them back in on the new one, and then just reassemble it. So let's get cutting. Those out of there, because we want to reuse these. Okay, this will come out maybe. There he goes. Alright, so I want to drill a hole that same exact size, because that worked out perfectly there. One design change I'm going to make is that I'm going to raise the level of where the wire enters the box. When this sits on the bottom of the kayak, there's always a lot of water buildup. So I figure if I move the hole up, that'll just ensure that this doesn't ever get submerged. So I've already got a starter hole. I'm just going to make this hole right about up there, so the highest as possible, and that'll prevent any water raising up that high. Drill this the rest of the way out. Okay, and there's our new entry point. Okay, I got it so it barely just fits in there, so that's pretty much almost waterproof as is, but I'll go ahead and seal it once I've got all the wires connected. So there we go. So that thing is barely fitting. That's perfect. All right, so now we just got to connect all our wires. Okay, so I've got our extensions all set up. This is the positive side with the fuse box. So I got the coupler ready to go to attach there, and this side will go onto the battery. Same for the negative, coupler, and then to the battery. So I just need to attach those. So red positive with the fuse. On there. Use my crimpers. Make sure it gets a solid crimp on it. go. And that is not coming off. Same for the negative. All right, so we've got our butt connectors all locked in and our new ends on there. So now we're just gonna take our lighter, start melting them. Okay, we've got all our connectors all done and shrink wrapped there. That's all ready to go. Now we just want to water seal these ends using the liquid electrical tape. And just gonna gunk it around the edges there. Okay, I just got some little foam strip there. That should mold pretty well inside there. And I don't want it to be form-fitting because I want the water to be able to sink below it. So right about there. Okay, I cut out some reliefs in here so it doesn't take up as much volume. So when it fills with water, because eventually it'll fail, it'll have more surface area for the water to submerge before it raises up. So that'll sit in there. Take that off. And that is our waterproof box. Alrighty, so that's our waterproof battery box. I'm just gonna wait a little bit for the glue to set, so I'm not gonna touch it. But it's all sealed up, airtight, watertight, so that should last for probably at least one season. The two types of batteries that I've got, I use the standard brick style here, sealed battery. This is a 12 volt, 9 amp hour battery. And then I've got the newer technology, a lithium ion battery, a cheap China one, but very small, very lightweight, but it probably has more capacity than this brick though. Either one of them lasts me all day on an offshore trip, so I've never ran out. Plus I leave it on the way back in just for the extra light from my fish finder. This one I actually converted over to the lithium ions. I bought this one to use for my green underwater light, and then this is actually my backup. So I toasted my last one because I forgot about it, left it in the box for about a week worth of fishing, and then it filled full of water in that time frame and it just basically wiped it out. So I had to order another one. They run about 25 bucks, so still don't want to throw those away. But anyways, that's my battery setup for the fish finder. The key reasons for doing it this way is to protect your ends. Instead of having them exposed in the kayak where they're just going to be exposed to the air and the salt water, these at least keeps them constantly dry and out of that those conditions, so it tends to last a bit longer. But I like it, and like I said, if I'm not using it with the battery in there, it gives me another option as dry storage. I could just put something in there if I want to. But anyways, that's my battery box. Alrighty, so that's our DIY battery box there. These videos are kind of just to help me out to practice with this new GoPro Hero 8, play with more settings. So hopefully this one doesn't show up as much fisheye like my other ones with the super wide when I'm out and about. More for just normal standard camera-like images. We didn't get killed by any falling coconuts, so that's good, but I'm not going to press my luck. We are right underneath the tree there. But anyways, thanks for watching, and I'll see you next video. Bye.